this is Brian Johnson with SEO Press Formula and netmarketingcourse.net. And today we're going to do a video about WordPress again. We're going to talk about extending WordPress to absolutely drive as much traffic as possible. And today we're going to be looking at the permalinks, also sometimes referred to as pretty links. Now, what the heck is a pretty link? What's a permalink? And why is this relevant to ranking online? Well, if you know me, a lot of times this stuff always goes back to the Google Webmaster Guidelines. And if you want to drive free search engine traffic, I can't think of a better place to start than the Google Webmaster Guidelines. In fact, right now I'm just going to search Webmaster Guidelines is right there. I'm going to bring this up and we're going to take a look and see what, that's actually not what I wanted, that was the Webmaster Guidelines. Okay, here we go. Now, when we talk about configuring WordPress and we're talking about permalinks, really what we're doing is, in technical terms, we're taking a content management system that's producing what's known as dynamic URLs into static URLs. So let's look here. So the first thing we see is, here we go. So what I want to do is I want to show you this section here. Now I've actually highlighted it in blue so you can kind of see it a little bit better. The very first part of this Google Webmaster Guidelines falls under Design and Content Guidelines. And if you read that, it says make a site with clear hierarchy and text links. Now, a text link does not have any character with a question mark in it. So right below that, Google says if you decide to use a dynamic page, i.e. the URL contains a question mark, be aware that not every search engine spider crawls dynamic pages as well as static pages. You know what that means? That means if you want a lot of free search engine traffic, you better make sure you update your permalinks and you've got a good solid formation. Now there's a lot of different ways to set up your permalinks. You can have them set up based on dates. Now dates are simply numbers, so if you have your permalinks set up as numbers, you're going to have URLs that are basically like yourdomain.com/12/2, and then maybe the post name, which whatever be the post name is always whatever you put in the title box of the WordPress content posting section is the post name. So here I wanted to show you what I suggest you use for your permalink structure, and I've got it right here. Now this basically is the structure that's going to give you the shortest URLs. They're going to be static, and whatever title you create for your content that you're posting to your site will be featured in your URL. So let's say I do a post on my blog about the Google Webmaster Guidelines. Well, right here where it says post name, we would have Google-Webmaster-Guidelines.php. Those percentage signs will disappear. So this formation of the permalinks is based on static pages, old school static pages, and that is file names that end in either .php, .html, or .htm. And I've used these before. They work quite well. And we don't need to get hung up on this. Now, if you're not using this structure, don't change anything. No big deal. A lot of my older sites basically feature the post name and then the post ID, so the formation is simply whatever I name the post slash the number of the post. So if it's my 37th post, it would be Google Webmaster Guidelines /37. So just a real quick tip on how you can format your permalinks to really eke out the most SEO possible, the best search engine rankings online. And I found that those formations of just the post name followed by .php, HTML, or HTM are really a fantastic way to do that. So permalinks, they're static links and they're not dynamic, and Google says dynamic links are bad. So Google's the boss. They're the ones with the traffic, guys. Take care.